Grammy Award-winning musical In the Heights follows bodega owner Usnavi as he and his friends navigate life, love, and work in New York City neighborhood of Washington Heights. And joining us this morning to tell us more about the show is Luis Salazar, who plays Usnavi. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. Did I say the name correctly?
Yes, you did.
All right, I got
correctly.
it. There we go. One win for the day. All right, so for people who may not be familiar with In the Heights, tell us a little bit more about it.
So the show is about this community that changes over the course of 3 days, and there's a lot of different storylines that kind of overlap. You got the Rosarios that live next door. They run the cab company. You got the salon ladies who are moving out of the barrio at this time. You got Usnavi, who runs his bodega, and all of these stories kind of converge when Usnavi sells a winning lottery ticket, and then they all start wondering who won, what would I do if I had the 96,000, stuff like that.
Who wouldn't question if that was it, right?
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
So it is a fast-paced musical, a lot of talking, a lot of dancing, a lot of singing. So tell us what it was like preparing for this.
As for me, I kind of listened to the soundtrack because I love this show so much, so I knew a lot of my stuff beforehand, but bringing it all together, there's a lot of music, and the way that Lynn writes is very stylized. So it was a journey, it was a process, but we all worked like close together, and we all grew closer as a family the more that we worked at this, and we can't wait to bring it to everyone.
And you referenced Lin there. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes.
This is the show that he wrote. I think this was one of the first Broadway shows that he had, right? This was the start of it?
Yeah, if I remember. This came definitely before Hamilton.
Yes, yes. And everyone knows Hamilton at this point. So it's that same, I mean, that guy can rap and literally about history, anything. So it's a really high-paced show. Like you said, a lot of different storylines converging. And also, we were just talking about, too, this was made into a movie. It was on HBO Max. But seeing it live is a totally different experience, even if you've seen the movie.
The movie actually is drastically different from the show because there are things that are in the show that were cut out from the movie. So it's definitely you'll be in for a surprise when you come see the live show.
Absolutely. So now, for people who want tickets or maybe seeing the show for the first time, what do you want them to take away from this?
I just want everyone to understand that regardless of whether it's your native home or home just anywhere, the home is where the heart is, where the community is. It doesn't matter where you are, just so long as you're happy.
All right, and anything else happening at Dream Rights this season?
There is a curated art gallery by 9 local Latino artists that's going to be in the lobby to view before, during, or after the show. All
right, so before we go, we heard that you're pretty good at freestyling. And like I was saying, the show, it's fast-paced, it's moving, so give us a little preview of one of the songs that we're singing tonight.
It's silly when we get into these crazy hypotheticals. You really want some bread, then go ahead, create a set of goals. Cross them off the list as you pursue them. And with those 96, I know precisely what I'm doing.
There we go. There's the preview, everybody. You gotta go. If you want the full thing, you gotta check it out. We also have to give a shout out because you are in the show with one of our photojournalists, James. He is playing, I believe it is Benny in the show. So we wanna, of course, say break a leg to him and the rest of the cast. Of course, you can catch In the Heights at Dream Rights in York. Performances run over the next 2 weekends through June 18th. Tickets start at $14. We have a lot more information on our website, fox43.com. Luis, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
You.